All right, good morning. Today is July 25th, but this is the price action for July 24th. So I came in and we only had a 34-point range, and the past few days have averaged at about 70 to 80 points each. So you know right away that the market is going to try and break out. So knowing that, what do you consider for entries? Well, you could enter high up here anticipating a break higher, but you probably want to get out pretty quick unless you can have a stop all the way down here. But then when it gets down there, you probably want to re-enter. So I would say you could enter up here. If you don't see follow through, get out. You could also enter at what you see as the midline and get out quickly. So you have this sort of spike bear bear channel, spike and bear channel right here. And so when you get a break and a retest of the low and a good signal bar, maybe you enter there, like right here. So I would consider this. This is shortly after the market opens, so you could be getting a nice low for the day. It doesn't end up being the low for the day, so you definitely want to exit after that big bear bar. And then down here, so this is the lows of the overnight. I think this is a great place to enter. But we could be breaking out to the low side and create a 70-point day to the low side. So where do you put your stop in that situation? Probably below this low. And you get a nice bull bar here. And you get some nice follow through. But then it comes back down, so that's a little, maybe you take profits, maybe you don't. Depends on your system. But it looks like this is kind of a broad bull channel. And so I think it makes sense to re-enter here. This isn't a super strong bear channel, and we just had this bull channel. Look at the bull legs in here look stronger than the bear legs. So I think it's reasonable to still have a bias that's up. I also think if you're looking at the daily chart, what I was looking at was these 4 days here. Clearly range. It's a range in the middle of this larger blue range. And so although we did get this big bear bar, it found support at the bottom of this blue range. And so I was looking at the lows of these three bars right here was about 74, 76. And that kind of corresponds with the measure move to the high side, which would be 75.03. I was looking at the midline. So the midline of a measure move to the high side would be 74.84. So I really liked how that lined up. I thought that was a perfect target to go for, was the midline of the measure move. And you can see that's right here. That's exactly where we bounced. You get a very strong bull move up. We find resistance at the overnight highs, get a two-legged pullback, and then you get this big bull bar off the 21 bar EMA, and we start going higher. And so you can see the computer start taking profit exactly where I was looking at. So I was looking at 74.84. The computer started taking profit at 74.86. Well, really in this general area, but there was one more buy climax before we really had some profit taking, and then we kind of went sideways for the rest of the bull move. Let's draw a channel here, probably like that. And so we did go a little bit beyond that midline, but not much, 74.96. So about 12 points past the price level I was looking at, and then we sold off. So you get this pretty strong bear move down to support where the overnight highs were. A little bit of profit taking from the bears, but then you make another leg down, and then you get this bull move, and this is just a looks to me like a bull trap. You know, you get some strong bull bars, uh, but then it just sells off straight down to the overnight lows, and then it just goes sideways for the rest of the day. So, um, you know, once you get close to that measured move target, it's anyone's game after that, and you probably want to stay out, um, especially given the context of the past few days and really the past couple months. Just some flip flop and stuff. But you know, if we're in a market like this, you know, we hit the measured move for the day. Well, you probably just after the computers take profit a little bit, like 25%, you probably want to look to get long again. But that's not the market we're in. We're in a sideways market. So that's it for today. I'll be back next week